Welcome to the District Playbook. I'm Patrick Jenkins, and this is where we break down the plays, celebrate the wins, and tell the story of our district. From the East Bank to the West Bank, we're spotlighting the rivalries, the road to championships, and the student athletes who make it all happen. But before we introduce today's guests, let's take a look back at some of last week's scores. Last week, we started round one of the playoffs. Bonneville defeated 10-5A rivalry Riverdale in a rematch, the score of 28-14 to advance to round two of the playoffs. Also, we had Haynes Academy with a big win of 41-0 against Abramson. Patrick Taylor played a great game, but lost against Bel Air with a score of 31-42. And we also had Thomas Jefferson to play a great game as well, and we want to congratulate them on a great season. However, they lost to Holy Savior Menard, 47-0. And lastly, we had Kenneth Discovery, who also lost against Leesville, 52-7. So today, I'm excited to join you guys by head coach Andre Anthony and athletic director Micah Hagens from Bonneville Bruins. And welcome to the District Playbook. So Coach Micah, Coach Anthony, thank y'all for being here. Really excited to have you guys. I know y'all guys are on a high right now, right? You've done some history-making things at Bonneville in the last couple of weeks, right? Yeah. And so before I get to Coach, because I know he's ready, I know you're ready too, but I want to start off you, AD, Coach Micah. Tell me a little bit about the history and what you guys have accomplished recently in football in particular.
Yeah, so I've been around Bonneville Athletics since 2001 as a student athlete, and then obviously been back as a coach in 2010. So I'm well aware of the Bonneville football history.
Yes.
And this year we've done things that we haven't done in a long time. We haven't had a 7-win season since the 90s. We haven't won district since the 90s.
Wow.
We haven't won a playoff game since the 90s.
Wow.
And I think we beat John Ehret for the first time since probably about 10 or 12 years. So we've accomplished a lot of things this year. We've overcome a lot of hurdles. So as an alumni and somebody who's seen the bad times,
yes,
to see the good times, this is great for me.
So you've seen it all.
Yeah.
You know, and the 90s, that's a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a long time to get those 7 wins, the district titles, playoffs. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And Coach Anthony, just slide it over to you. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit, how does knowing all of those accomplishments, tell me about that emotion, that roller coaster that you guys have been going through the last 2-3 weeks, actually probably longer than that. Mm-hmm. But tell me a little bit about that.
It feels great. It's just a tribute to the kids. It's really them. That emotion comes from watching them. From the summer, hearing their stories, where they come from, what they go through at home, and obviously what they deal with at school that people don't know about. Yeah. So when that emotion comes out, it's really like to see them happy, to see them cheering, jumping up and down, yeah, the water on me, it feels great, but it's just like, it's to them. It's the kudos to them because of the hard work that they put in. Yeah. And just seeing that come together now, seeing the wins, breaking records, making history, that's what we want to do. We say we want to change the narrative, change the culture, and we've done that, and we're still doing that.
That's right. And look, y'all got a big game coming up. Yeah. And Turley's Catholic, I think they're #1 in the state right now. But momentum. Yeah. Big Mo, right? Yes. And you guys are peaking at the right time, and you guys are playing some great football. Superintendent Gray and I was talking like, man, this is the time to be playing your best football. Right, yeah. This is the time to be doing it. So tell me a little bit about that, and how do you see that?
Week to week, we've just gotten better and better. Like the momentum has been getting higher and higher and higher, and now being in round 2 is just blocking out the noise. We've done all these great things. We got people coming around wanting to come back and things like that, getting all the accolades and things like that. But also too, we got to block out the noise. Yeah. We got to focus on the next game. 1-0. And this is the next game. This is the next team that's up. So it's now focusing, dialing in, and doing the same thing and building off the momentum. And once again, making history again. And also just keep showing people what we're doing and what we're trying to accomplish. So just really focus up on the next team, watching film, practicing, everything the same. We're not doing nothing, changing nothing. Everybody's saying. They play football like we play football. They put their pants on like we do. So it's just going out there, traveling out there and doing what we do best, having fun and playing football.
Absolutely. Listen, I've been hearing that, whether it was on social media, whether in our interviews or just our interaction, that 1-0 mentality.
Yes.
Where do you get that from?
In college, Coach O always said it, and that was just a way to keep us focused. Because, you know, we can worry about the last game regardless if that's win or loss, but we don't want that to carry over. We don't want to be too high and think that we don't have to worry about our next opponent, or we don't want to be too low and it's like, you know, it's kind of over with, you know, the season. No, it's not that. 1-0, hey, you win or lose or draw, hey, we got to focus on our next opponent. Right. Same thing I tell them at halftime, it's 0-0, regardless if you up or down. And that mentality is just so that at halftime, even if we're up, that we just don't get lax and they come back. Yeah. If we're down, we just got to keep going. Yes. You know, it's a way, no matter what the score is, we can always come back. Yes. And that's what we've been doing the last 2 weeks. You know, going in the Riverdale game before in the district championship, we were about to go into halftime down. Yeah. But now we're 12-12, but still coming out of halftime is 0-0. Yeah. All right, we don't know what they about to come out with. They don't know what we about to come out with. But we just know we about to compete and give our best. Same thing, you know, and that's every week. That's everything. That's what I preach to them all the time.
And Coach, listen, speaking of Riverdale, I'm glad you went back to that because, you know, I was standing on the sidelines. I didn't go on the second game, but the first one I was on the sidelines, kind of close. I don't try to get too close doing games, but close enough. You're pretty even keel. Yeah. But you had a moment. You had a moment. You know, there was a little extra flag thrown, and you didn't agree something with the referee, but we're not going to referees. We like the referees. But you went right back even keeled again. And so one thing that we were talking about before is I was saying that one of the game changers in the championship game was when number 22 grabbed that interception. You know, right before halftime. And can you tell me what was going on with 22? Because that was a big time play. Yeah. I mean, that was awesome. So tell me a little bit about 22. I don't remember his name, but
Dontrell Williams is a number 22. And just to go back to me even kill, I let my coaches coach. Yes. I always end up on the opposite side. You see me by myself, I let them coach. Yeah. I may add my 2 cents. Hey, well, I see this, I see that. Hey, what y'all think? Hey, I let them coach. Because when they obviously with the offense that with Victorian. You see the points. Yes. You know, defensive-wise, Hamilton Duplessis, he's my defensive coordinator. Like, you see everything, so it's just like I don't need to say nothing. I just get a chance to be a head coach. But that goes back to my coaching with Dontrell. Yeah. You know, we talk on the sideline after the last series, we see something that they like to do. Hey, look, we need to prepare for this on the next series because they're going to probably do it again. Yeah. And that's what Dontrell did, just football IQ, knowing, being coachable, and taking it to the game, and he gets a big turnover.
I tell you, that was a big turnover. Yeah. Got you to 12-12 at halftime, and then the rest is history. I mean, y'all had that momentum. Y'all just kind of just took over from there, and just man, that was a great game. Yeah. And look, before I go on, I want to keep talking to you, but I forgot last time to say it. You got to help me. The band. They were rocking it. Yeah. You know, both nights, they sound awesome. I got to shout them out. I got to shout the band out because I know the cheerleaders, the band, and all the other support, those guys and girls out there. So I got to just shout them out just for a second. We'll come back to your coach, but it popped in my head. Tell me a little bit about all the support and how you guys are supporting the football team going forward.
Yeah, our auxiliary group is great. Our band led by Frank Lewis, he's been with them for a while now, and they're in all type of competitions. Every time you see the band, they're somewhere else playing. Yeah. And one of the things, talking to Andre this year, about his vision of the football game. Yeah. And he wanted it to be an event, something special. When people come to the games to have fun. So regardless if you're a football fan or not, you're gonna come to the game and have fun. That's right. And his vision was he wanted rocking. Yeah. So we kind of met with Frank at the beginning of the year, and hey, this is what we want for the games, and he's carried out the vision tremendously. Nicole and the cheerleading group is great. The dance team, the step. We have so many auxiliaries. We got majorettes. We got flag. When you come to the game, it's a lot going on, and it's all to highlight and showcase the football team.
And you gotta help put all that stuff together. Yeah, yes. He's focusing on coaching.
Yes, I try to take all that off his plate. Right. So he just come and I have to dial him back sometimes, Dre. I got it. You do football. You do because his vision. He has a vision. Yes. That's what was always impressive about him. He knows what he wants. So I'm like, hey, all right, I got it. You told me we go do football so we can keep winning. Because the more we win, the more butts in the seat. To watch the band auxiliaries and all those things like that. So they're doing a great job. We're taking them up to Turlings Catholic this week. That's awesome. So we're all going up for them to continue to support them.
That's awesome. That's great. Thank you. I appreciate that because that makes all the difference in the world when you got people behind you, got the band blowing, you keep your kids motivated, you know, and that they might be playing that one song, right, that your kids love.
You're right. I'm a
big
big band head too. So
that's right.
Coming from Carl, man, I like hearing it. Like, so I'm always like, hey, play something. You know, I'm always talking to Frank. He was like, man, you working me this. Hey, look, that's what I'm accustomed to, and the kids build off that.
Yeah.
So when the band playing their music, you hear their head bobbing. Look, I'm bobbing my head too.
What's their hype song? They
got a lot of different, especially the one that we run out to. Vice versa is like the one we run out to. They got a multiple. It's just, it don't matter. Look, play something. Play something. They get them hyped. Just it's the time when to play it.
That's right. That's right. Hey, look, I know sometimes you might not even hear the band because you're so focused on the game itself. But so look, let's go to round two. I mean, the first round of the playoffs. You got Riverdale again. It's hard beating somebody twice, right? That's difficult. You got them in district. You're playing for the championship. Then you get them again. Nobody expected that, but you got them.
Right.
How did you pull off a second win back to back?
Game planning, just going in knowing that they're probably going to do something different. They're going to do something different. We're going to have to make some adjustments at the game because they're going to try to. We know what they did last time. That's why we were able to stop them. So coming into this game, knowing that hey, once we see it, we got to adjust to it. And at the beginning, it was a little rocky, especially offensively. But once we picked up and started moving, it was kind of all she wrote after that. And it just keep fighting. Fighting. That was the game that obviously I knew as a team. Like I knew we had fighters, but it's just like, man, they showed a different kind of fight. Because offense was struggling and defense was holding it down. We just know something was going to pop, regardless if it was good, bad, and different on the offensive side. Defense said, hey, look, we got y'all. We're going to get y'all the ball back. And that's what you like to see in your kids. And my job was just to keep them up. Hey, next play mentality. You mess up on this drive, and you get another series to make up for it. And that's keeping them focused and just keep pushing. It's tough. And I told them a game like this, your body going to hurt. It's going to be tough. Because, like they say, it's hard to beat a team twice, and it's playoffs. So they plan for something just like we plan for something. So it's really just keeping their mind focused on the game and doing that 1%. I preach that all the time. Do your job. Everybody else is going to do theirs. Coaches are going to coach. Players are going to play. Do your 1% is going to come together. And when it did, you see touchdowns, you see interceptions, you see all these other things. But that's what happens when you do your job and you stay locked in and you stay focused.
And look, I saw 15 is wide receiver, right? Quarterback threw 3 touchdowns, if I remember right. All right, tell me about those players real quick.
Carl Perkins, obviously leading the way on offense, has done a tremendous job. Tyree Brewer makes the offense 10 times better and helping us, with that run game. So that run game helps out with the pass. So now you got Karan Hollins, number 1, streaking down the field, catching touchdowns. You got Raheem.
He's fast.
He's quick,
Coach,
shifty.
I think I lost him a
size,
couple times. He's moving so fast. I'm like, where'd he go?
Yes. He's very shifty, fast. You got Raheem, another kid who plays both sides. Him, 3 touchdown game. Them O-line. You got to give up kudos to the O-line. They block their tails.
We forget about those guys.
They block their tails off. Yes. And knowing, like I said, the group that we had last year and them coming into this year and just coming together as a group, like Lyric Stewart is the right tackle playing both sides. Like them, they fighting. Fighting. Offensively, like that's the ones that keep us together.
And that's where you get in the trenches. Trench warfare, right? That's where you win the game. We don't think about those defensive linemen and them offensive linemen.
The big boys.
And maybe this opportunity to shout a couple more of them out. I do. You got to think about it a little bit, but I know you players. But, we don't always give kudos to guys. We're all looking at those skill positions, the quarterback, the wide receivers, the running back. But those guys.
In the trenches, like I said, the O-linemen have been playing really outstanding the whole year. That's why KP is doing what he's doing. With throwing the ball at almost really over 1,000 yards passing, and then D-line we up like 30 sacks as a whole with Derine,
Last
Quincy,
time you said that,
Marvin,
Coach, I still that blows my mind.
Like they just they eat, they find see ball, get ball. That's what I tell them. See ball, get ball. Obviously our DBs, they it's a help though with the DBs obviously locking down, give us time to get to the quarterback. Our linebackers, Irel Morris is the guy who number 7. He leads the pack. He makes every call, he makes every decision on what we're gonna do. He come on the sideline and let us know, hey, look, I see this, I see that, and then he make the calls on the field to get everybody straightened up. But that D-line and the DBs just play hand in hand, and linebackers too. Just the whole defense as a whole just do a great job.
That's amazing. Look, man, Coach, don't jump in this double dutch. You jump in this thing, man. So look, it's the road to the championship, right? That's the theme behind this episode. And so now we're traveling a little bit. We're going down to Lafayette. Got to play Turling's Catholic. You know, tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you're thinking. You don't have to give me a game plan, but tell me what you're thinking.
They're a good team. They've been good for a long time. Very beatable, just like anybody, you know, just like we are. So it's just like I said, just really going out there and staying focused. No matter, hey, they the number 2 team. You know, we got to travel and do all this. It's football. At the end of the day, it's football. We got to play. You got to line up and play at the end of the day, regardless.
Rankings don't win.
Exactly.
Players do.
So, and that's the whole mindset. So it's really just staying focused and not literally blocking out the noise. Because you know, people can say, "Oh, they're the number 2 team. They're gonna be tough and all that." Okay, cool. You can say, "Hey, y'all been winning. Y'all been doing good, man. Y'all ain't got nothing to worry about." No, I block out the noise. Because what I don't want is to get overhyped and it's just like, "Oh, they the number 2," and like, "Oh, you know, you don't want it to be like, oh, we good, so we ain't gotta. This is gonna be a cakewalk." No.
That's right.
No, treat every game the same.
Yeah.
We're going to prepare the same. So that when we get out there, hey, we play like how we've been playing and just build off of momentum from the last few games that we played.
Look, I tell you, this team that you have reminds me of a team when I was in St. Landry Parish in Opelousas. They had to be road warriors to win their state championship. They literally played like 3 or 4 games on the road before they could win a state championship. And that's the route they had to take to win it. And guess what? They had tough teams in the preseason. I like to call it preseason. And they had teams that challenged them, stretched them, played them hard, beat them down. But when they got down to the playoffs and they hit the road and became road warriors, just like in the WWE, they came to life. And man, that's an opportunity you guys have.
Us.
Yeah, for sure.
That's us, honestly. You know, we played, you know, we lose to Jesuit, you lose to Destrehan, Bell Chase, was all great teams. But they've made us who we are today, because we've been down, we've learned how to adjust. You know what I'm saying? So we've been in these situations that we're going to be in during playoffs. So we've been there, done that. So we know what we need to do and prepare for it.
That's why you play those teams, right?
Exactly.
That's why you schedule those teams,
Absolutely.
because you got the schedule, but you probably was working on the schedule with the previous coach. So tell me a little bit about how that tough schedule came about.
Yeah, because that's important, because you want to see playoff speed.
Yeah.
When they go play Friday and play Turling's Catholic, they've seen that speed before. They've seen the offensive line. They've seen that size. When you play teams like Destrehan, who's perimeter powerhouse. That's right. Jesuit are all really good programs. That prepares you for these games. Yeah, you don't want to undefeated right now. 100%. You don't want to find out that you're not good week 10 on the play. You want to know early. Hey, what do we not do well? So we can go back and fix it. I think they learned that those 3 weeks back to back. They played all 3 of those programs. You learn, hey, we don't do this well. Let's fix it and use the next 6 weeks as practice, so when we get to the playoffs, we've corrected that. And I think that's been a bright spot for them, and I think that's something that we didn't think of at the time. But now you look back and say those games were pivotal to where we are now.
That's right. That's why you got to have a pre-district schedule that's just a monster.
Yes, you do.
You know, to sharpen you up.
Yes, you do.
Get you ready. You know, cut your teeth.
Yes.
Because if you 10-0, but you didn't play
anybody. You think you're good.
Yeah.
You think
so
you're
when
good.
You get to them tough games, you're like, oh, you don't know how to adjust. You never been down. So you don't know what to do. So that's why I'm glad we played those teams, because I know the kind of players I got. And when they play those games, they still fight. They still keep going. The message is still the same, regardless. So.
That's right. Yeah, that's awesome, man. So I'm not going to ask a question. Tell me something that was on your mind before you walked in here that you wanted to share with the audience about your team, about your coaches, whomever.
It's really, first off, I want to give flowers to my guy right here, Micah, for giving me the opportunity. You know, I never got to say that. Giving me the opportunity to be the head coach here and just seeing my vision, me when they interview me, you know, seeing what I brought to the table. And then now helping me through that process, like during the summer, like getting me prepared for moments like this, you know, what it takes to be a head coach. He has done a real good job of being on my side with helping me get to here. And then, like I say all the time, it's not about me. You know, it's about the kids. You know, I want to pour my all into them. I wanted to give them something that they never had. So hearing the stories of, you know, what happened before, or things that they never received, or opportunities they never got, I want to change that. I say, why not us? Why not Bonneville? Why our kids can't be recruited? The airport right there. Why can't we be the first stop? You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I want to do. A kid coming from New Orleans, you know, playing at the highest level, I want to give those kids that experience the best way I can, no matter what I had to do to give them that. If it was my money out of my own pocket, whatever I needed to do, you know, I wanted to give them that and show them like, hey, look, I've been there. So all I need you to do is just listen, buy into what I'm trying to tell you, and then the sky's the limit. And now this is what you get. This is the results you get from really pouring pouring into them kids and showing them, you know, things that they never seen before, or just talking to them, being a coach, a big brother, a father figure, like that they never had before. So, and then you see the kids go out there and they run through a brick wall for you. So it's really just a shout out to them trusting me and believing in me to take them this far. So it's just now, this is only the beginning of what we're trying to do, and you know, as the years go on, like we're just trying to continue to change the narrative.
And I like that. It's only the beginning.
Yes.
Right? This is just the beginning. These guys, those 20 seniors that you have, they're laying the foundation.
Yes.
They're laying the foundation. They're foundation builders for the athletic program at Bonneville for the next 5-10 years, right? And that's important.
Absolutely.
And so tell me, how does that work in terms of your vision as the athletic director in terms of those guys laying the foundation? I know you basketball coach. I know you like basketball laying the foundation too. But you know, football in Louisiana, unfortunately, is king.
Yes.
Right. But how does that help in terms of the building a program at Bonneville?
Yeah. So when I talked to Coach Andre about his vision, it's very important that we're collaborating on the same page. One thing that's very, very important is when football is successful, when sports is successful, school culture goes up.
Absolutely.
And right now our school culture is through the roof.
Yeah.
Like it's never, I've been around Bonneville a long time and I've never seen it where it is. And that's a testament to the football program and athletics, everything right now, the direction we're going. When I talked to him, I wanted to make sure we understand stability. Right, you see the success in basketball. Well, we've been in school for over 50 years. We had 3 coaches. You know, Lee Rose, Glenn Dyer, and myself. That's why you see the stability of the program. So we wanted to get somebody in who's going to be here, who had a long-term vision, who wanted to come in and change things. So we talked to him about that vision, and he was all on board. Like, hey, I want to be here. I want to get things done and do it the right way. And now you're starting to see all of these things come together, football-wise, and then you're starting to see it affect all of our coaches, because now everybody is on one accord. And I think that's one thing we struggled with our leg department was when I took over as AD, I wanted a family. I wanted all coaches to be on the same page. We all support everybody. At his game, we got a baseball coach holding the chain game for him in soccer. You know, those things are pivotal. Our kids need to see us working together. Our kids need to see us as a family. And right now, we're just at a real high, and he started it. So now I'm telling all my coaches, hey, this is playoffs for him. But everybody needs to be in the playoffs. Everybody needs to be successful. But you started off. So when it started off slow, everybody else kind of it's skyrocketed right now. He has us on a high. So now we're going into every other sport like, hey, we got the momentum. Let's make it count. So we're very, very proud of the football program. Very proud of the man he is. I don't think people give enough credit to just the person he is. That's when I first met him. What struck me automatically, he's a leader. And he was an assistant coach at the time, but I seen him in a building, how he conducted himself, how he carried himself. So we have a leader on this campus. I remember talking to Torado. I said, this is going to be a great coach. I don't know when, but he's going to be a really good coach. And to see him do what he's doing now, man, and all the success, he deserves it. But great things happen to great people.
That's right. And it's all about opportunity.
It's all about opportunity. And he's taking making the most of it. And man, we're super excited. I could not be more proud of him in the football program.
And that's the same thing. That opportunity you got and the opportunity that your kids are getting is going to make them better men. All right. So those young men right now, when they go to college, and after college, it's going to make them better men. So you're going to see, this is a lifetime commitment, right? You're going to be coached until they bury you.
Never stop being coached.
No matter what you do. You could be principal next, you could be wherever, superintendent, but you're going to always be coached. And so that's impact, right? And that's what sports is all about, is just making impact on the lives of men and women, young men and young women in school. And so that's the big part about athletics. That's why I love it. That's why I absolutely love it. So, man, I could talk all day, but I know we can't stay here all day. So I just want to say, congratulations on the district championship. Congratulations on the win of the first round. Looking forward to the second round game and going to Lafayette, check you guys out and celebrate the next one, right? And we're going to continue to celebrate Bonneville athletics and JP athletics all together.
Absolutely.
And so while you guys and Haynes and everybody else that made the playoffs are setting the tone for JP athletics, that's where it's going to come next. Because the next round is basketball. We're going to talk about that soon. And all the winter sports. So I'm excited. I'm hyped up. Can't wait. So I'm going to give you guys the last word. So I'll start off with you, Coach Micah, give you the last word. Coach, and we'll let you close it, shut it down with your words.
Well, I hope everybody comes out and support our football program. Yeah. We're building something very, very special at Bonneville High School. The community is been coming to games, and we've been packing like we never packed it. So just really excited about moving forward. Continue to support us. Continue to support a great coach and a great group of student athletes. And we're looking forward to being here same time next week.
That's right. And Coach, I'm going to look in the camera and say, y'all better be at the game.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We're looking for everybody
in
the community to be at the game Friday night at 7 o'clock. I don't need you coming up at 7:30. Yes. You might miss something. Because if you were late the last game, you missed the touchdown.
Yes. So be there. And as they say, build it and they will come.
That's right.
He's building.
That's right.
So they're coming.
Right.
Definitely the community. We need the community support for those kids to look back in those stands and see it packed and see their family, friends, the band, the administration out there. It means to work because that's what they're playing for.
That's right.
They're playing for. So to everybody, community, family, whoever it is, man, come to the game. We go to Turlings, to Lafayette. It's only a 2-hour drive. We need the support just to see that for us as a coaching staff, for us as administration, just to see the support. Behind Bonneville would mean the world to us.
That's right. I mean, it's Friday before a holiday. So look, coaches, thank y'all for being here. Congratulations. I look forward to seeing y'all next week. Look forward to seeing you in the Dome, right?
Absolutely.
And so, look, just keep fighting, keep chipping away, keep chopping the tree, right? Just keep chopping, keep chopping, keep chopping.
That's
it's going to come. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. So, coaches, as we close the show today, thank y'all for your insight about not about just this game and the games to come, but also about the insight about winning and also about the growth of your players, the pride, the teamwork. Thank you for being here with us today. Now, let's take a quick lap around the district to see what's happening in the other sports this week. In volleyball, we want to congratulate Haynes Academy Volleyball for making it all the way to the semifinals. The team lost with a final score of 3-1 against St. Michael, and we want to congratulate the players, the coaches for their outstanding work that they did this year, and we look forward to seeing you back in the championship game next year. Also, we want to congratulate Patrick Taylor Sr., Jackson Norwood. He's committed to continue his education and athletic career at Nicholls State University. We'd also like to congratulate Patrick F. Taylor Sr., Ashton Rogers, on signing her letter of intent to continue her softball career at Southeastern Louisiana University. And also to our middle school basketball is on their way and up and running, as well as our high school basketball, soccer season starts as well, and all of our winter sports. So be sure to catch a game and support our athletes throughout the district. Joining the show from Haynes Academy is Athletic Director Paul Longo and head coach P.J. Sprunk. Thanks for being here today, guys. We really appreciate you. We want to talk about your successes this year and looking at the road to the championship, right? Because you have a big game coming up. And so we want to just kind of talk about it. But before we get into the next opponent, let's talk about you guys, Haynes, and your successes that you've had this year. You've had a great season. Before we started talking, you were telling me about some of the history of Haynes and his football program. So tell me a little bit about it, Coach or AD. Tell me a little bit about that.
The history of it? Yeah. Well, it starts way back for me. I went to Haynes.
Yeah.
When it was still a junior high.
You're a lifer.
So I'm a lifer. My grandmother graduated from there when it was Metairie Ridge.
Okay.
So yeah, we lifers and played ball there in middle school. Got lucky enough to get over there and have a good group of kids that want to play for you, and the kids want to play for you every year. They sell out to you.
That's awesome.
And, we've had great success running a program over there since we've had time to become a high school. I mean, it's been really good to us as a assistant coach, as a head coach, and now as an AD.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, we already know about y'all academic performance at Haynes.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Number 1 in the state, I think number 2 right now, but gonna be number 1 again. Sure. You got national merit finalists. You got, academically on top, but athletically, you guys told me something that I didn't really know about you guys in terms of district championship, right?
Last two seasons, yeah.
Last two seasons have been district champions. That's a big deal.
Oh, it's huge.
And you also told me something that I didn't realize in terms of this playoff win last week that you guys had. Tell me a little bit about that. Coach?
Yeah, I mean, look, it was our first playoff win in history. Last year they were able to get to the second round. We had a bye in the first round.
Yeah.
But it was huge for the kids. They wanted it. They talked about it all year long, and that was one of their big goals. When, I was lucky enough to come in here in March this past year, and was hired by Coach Longo and the staff, and it's a great administration over there. Being able to work with Coach Longo as a former football coach, he understands and he gets it. He understands what we go through and what we need and the things that make us successful, and always asking if we need anything. So it's a huge help to have people like that in your corner. Sure. But when we came in, we talked to the kids, and and I asked them what were some of their goals, what they wanted out of this, and almost every single one of them, Coach, I want to win a playoff game. I want to win a playoff game.
Right.
So it was huge last week. It was a good moment because we built the big family culture here, and it was kind of somewhat in place, and we kind of put our own little spin on it. And our kids are a big family now, and it was a huge win for us, and it's a great moment for us.
Yeah. And that's a big deal because you want to win on the field. Getting to the second round is important.
Oh, absolutely.
But you want to earn it on the field,
No doubt.
and so I definitely can relate to those guys working hard, winning that first round. So tell me about that game a little bit. Who were those impact players last week, and how did everything go?
Yeah, so we played against Abramson. Abramson was a much improved team. Coach Gil Chartrain took over this last year. They were 6-4, had won some close games, and actually had come just off of a tough loss from Willow, who was a very, very good program.
That's a very close game.
It was I think a 12-8 game, and it was close, and they were up I think all the way until the fourth quarter. So we knew we'd have our hands full a little bit. Our guys showed up. We prepared really well last week, and we were able to pull up a 41-0 victory. We played really well, and they played for their brothers, and it was a big deal for us. All year long, our quarterback, Trent Hellwig, he's battled some injuries. He missed a couple games this year, but Trent's been a spark plug for us. I think he had 2 passing, 2 rushing touchdowns last week. And our back, Brady Cribby, who was just named district MVP, awesome. He was named a Player of the Week by a couple of different publications earlier in the year. He's rushed for right around 2,000 yards this season. He's
2,000 yards?
Yeah. He's 47 yards away from breaking the all-time all-purpose yardage record. Right. So we're hoping we can get it for him this week.
We're going to be feeding him.
Oh, yeah.
2,000 yards. Not many people, high school, college, or pro, getting 2,000 yards. 10 games?
Yeah, and the crazy part about it is that he's doing it with 23 to 25 carries. It's not like he's getting 50 carries a game, because we have other weapons, which is good for us, with Trent and our wide receivers and our tight end, Matt Benor, who was named Scholar Athlete of the Week a few weeks back, and also was selected by Dr. Pepper as one of their Scholar Athletes as well. Matt had 3 touchdowns. He's had 4 touchdowns in the last 3 weeks. He had 3 touchdowns with Patrick Taylor, and then had 1 this past week. So.
You got it. When you got a quarterback that's being recognized by Manning and getting an award from that, then you got your running back that's going to be your district MVP. You think it would be your quarterback, who's, with 2 touchdowns, 2 throwing, 2 running. You got a lot of weapons over there. It looked like, if I remember correctly, you're probably averaging, 35, almost 35 points a game?
Almost 40,
Almost 40 points a game. Coach, you high-powered over there.
Yeah, someone on that side of the ball is clicking a little bit.
Something's clicking over there. That's clicking. And to put up 41 points and 0 for Abramson, you got to have a defense.
Oh, yeah.
So we talked about your offense, but tell me about them dogs over on the defensive side.
Yeah, our defense has battled all year long. We faced some adversity a little bit with some injuries. We had some guys, unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of injuries here, which is a blessing for us, but we did lose our senior defensive tackle, I think in our 4th game of the year, with a torn ACL, just got wrapped up in the grass on a bad play. Great kid, excellent kid. We feel for him. And then about 3 weeks ago, we lost one of our defensive ends we were trying to get back, but we don't know if he's going to be back this week or not. But
both seniors?
One's a junior.
One's going to come back. Heal up and be back next year.
He'll be back
absolutely.
next year. But our linebacker, Carter Sternberger, actually set the school record in tackles last week in the playoff game with 115. He's a junior. He's our captain. He's our quarterback on defense. Just a kid you want to build around. He leads. He's got a 4.4 GPA and a 28 ACT. So he's one of those guys that you want on your team.
Yeah, he's not showy.
No,
he just puts his nose down and he works.
That's right. 100%.
What you want.
Like somebody's going to be recruiting him pretty soon.
Oh, yeah.
So if he wants to play on the next level, we know he has the grades, so he get that opportunity.
No
I'm sure all your kids got the grades, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that's awesome. That's awesome. So we got past Abramson. We got another opponent showcase some of your players, but now we're looking at Shaw, right?
We're looking at Shaw.
All right.
Yep.
So we done won a district championship. We won our first playoff game in history. We won the district championship last year. So the program is expanding, getting bigger, better, confidence there.
Right.
Tell me about
Shaw.
how we gonna handle Shaw.
What a reward, right?
Yeah.
When you win your playoff game, you get to play
right.
the defending state champion, right?
Right.
But
As
One of
as
the greatest
one of the
coaches
greatest
that
of all time.
Yep.
As Ric Flair would say, if you want to be the best,
You got to beat
You
them.
gotta- that's
That's
it.
you
it.
got to
That's it.
beat the best,
That's
right?
it. No
Yeah.
doubt.
And you got to see that.
That's right.
Yeah, for every reason, you got to see that to make your program better. They got to
right.
be in that situation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, and listen, Coach Hank, great guy.
Great guy.
I consider him a friend. He's he's one of the best to ever do it in the state of Louisiana. What he's building is what we want to get to, and I think, like Coach just said, if you want your program to get to the next level, you got to see these kind of
Yeah.
things.
You got to feel that pressure.
Eventually,
Yeah.
we're going to have to start being able to compete with these type of teams if we want to get to where we want to get to.
That's right.
And so, look, it's a great challenge. Our kids are excited. Some programs will say, "Oh, our kids are excited." We know it's a huge challenge for us, but we're excited for it.
Hey, look, Coach Anthony last week when I interviewed him, or last time I interviewed him, he said 1-0.
That's it.
That's it.
Everybody has to put their pants on at the
That's
same
correct.
time.
That's
and
correct.
guess what? The great thing about football, you got to do it. It don't matter what your record is. It don't matter what history is, because guess what? The players that you play, we ain't played 20 years
yeah,
ago,
that's
10
it.
years
Oh,
ago,
yeah,
5
no
years
doubt.
ago. It's about
That's it.
today.
That's it.
Right.
So
It's the 22 that put their hand in the dirt.
That's
That's
right.
it. Yep.
So it ain't about the past. The past is great, but we got to
Right.
prove it on the field.
Sure.
Right.
Man, I'm excited.
Well, we are
I'm
too.
excited
Friday night's
about
going to be a good night.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Coach. I'm sorry. I cut you
No,
off.
no, you're good.
I'm
You're
getting a
good.
little too excited.
No,
that's
that's all
awesome.
good.
No, let's,
Yeah.
look, our kids are excited though. We got a great group of kids. We have 11 seniors this year, and we have a lot of juniors and sophomores that play for us as well. So we were able to get our young guys some playing time, 3 or 4 games this year. We were lucky enough to do that. So some of those young guys that we're going to need to step in next year got to see a little bit of little reps, last couple of weeks. And I think for us, it's all about next man up if we need you. And our guys, even our scout team guys, they give our guys the best looks they can at practice. So we're prepared. Every time, like you said, though, it's a tournament now. Records don't matter anymore. You got to this point, now it's a tournament. So,
That's right.
as I told somebody last week, listen, we're going to prepare the best we always can, like we do every week. We're going to keep doing what we're doing because it's been working for us, and we'll adjust as we need to, and step up, put the pads on, and be ready to go.
Just let it rip.
When you putting up 35+ points a game, you in the fight.
That's right.
You're in the fight.
You give yourself a chance.
That's right. You're
Every
in the
time.
fight. So that's awesome. So, tell me about what kind of district schedule you had, Coach, getting you prepared for this game. I mean, we know you got Patrick Taylor in the district and so forth. So tell me about those opponents and how did that prepare you for Shaw?
I think that we have one of the most overlooked competitive districts across the board. We were talking about we had our all-district meeting yesterday, and we were talking about it. In any year, any team can win the district championship. Patrick Taylor, Coach Kenny Booz was doing a great job over there. They're well coached for another academic school that just started football. I think varsity about 4 years ago.
Yes.
And they've already won a playoff game. They've been in the playoffs almost every year except for last year, and they do a great job over there. So every time we play, it's a battle. You can throw records out the window; it doesn't matter. So,
Same with Thomas Jefferson.
Same with Thomas
That's where I was
Jefferson.
going
Yeah.
next. I know Coach Kenny Bush has had a heck of a career. He's look, it doesn't matter what their records are, what our record is. When we step in,
No.
it's always a battle, and it was no different this year. It was a back and forth game that we were able to pull out. And look, even Fisher, Coach Randall Agee is doing a great job. It's a young program.
Yeah, young program.
A lot of freshmen playing for him. And
I got a chance to check them out this early
Yeah.
in the year, and they look pretty good.
Yeah.
And so next year,
Yeah, when those kids grow a little bit.
And we told him the same thing. And what he's done some things different over there that it was one of the most how can I say it, in the most smooth teams that he's had in a long time, meaning that they were disciplined. There wasn't a lot of penalties. They're just young. So 2 to 3 years, they're going to be somebody to deal with. Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So now, before this, we were talking a little bit. Something unique happened between Patrick Taylor and Haynes. You got a unique story with that,
do.
Coach Longo. Tell me a little bit about how did this happen
We both
with some
got
family
we got
rivalry
a house
going
divided
on?
between the two schools.
Yeah.
We have a freshman, and they have a freshman that are brothers.
Yeah.
That neither of them wanted to leave the school. So we've got one at Haynes. They've got a player over there, Pat Taylor.
I believe they're twins, Coach.
I believe they are.
twins.
I
Yeah.
believe
Wow.
they are. Yeah.
Wow.
And house divided. Would they have laundry on the line?
Yeah, I told him.
That's what he said.
I told him during the week. I said, "Who's doing the laundry?" And he kind of said, "You and your brother. You know who's fighting over the laundry?" Oh, that's going to be him, coach. It's going to be him, coach.
It's going to be interesting in 3 years when they're
Oh
senior.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
No
yeah.
doubt. They actually, we played a JV game earlier this year, and
got to
they
play
played
against
against each
each
other.
other.
So,
Play each
one was
other.
a defensive end, one was a tight end, so it was awesome.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
I know that mom had a shirt that was split right down the middle.
That's
so,
right.
You know.
It's going to be like those Weeks brothers at
Oh, yeah.
LSU.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it.
So yeah, that's awesome. So again, let's as we start coming to a conclusion of this particular episode, you know, we're proud of all the accomplishments that you guys have. Looking at your team and those rivalry games that you've had this year, and going into this big game with Shaw, what do you expect from your football community? How are they going to support you? What kind of support you need from them for this big game?
Oh, as a community, Haynes, they come out, they support.
Yes.
I mean, we've got great attendance at all the games with all groups and everyone else that comes with us. I think we'll show up really well this week.
Okay.
The support will be in the stands for us.
We need them there, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You
We
need the band
need 'em.
there. You need the cheerleaders, all the auxiliary folks out
That's
there,
right.
and so need them.
Yeah, we
traveling.
need grandma, grandpa, everybody that can come.
All right, so hey, y'all heard it. You heard Coach tell it. We expect to see y'all
Absolutely.
Friday night, 7 o'clock on the dot, right? I got
sir.
the right
Yep.
time, right?
7 o'clock at
All
Shaw.
right. All right, Shaw. So we want y'all out there. So I'm going to give you guys the last words. Start off with Coach Longo first, and then Coach PJ. I'm going to say PJ because I'm a PJ too.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
so give it the last words. What's going on? Tell me a little bit. Haynes or
Haynes,
last
I
words
guess
that you're
for
looking
me,
for.
I've just been lucky enough to be there, to have a shot to go back to the school that where it all started for me, and have kids that truly want to play for you.
Yeah.
And I've just been lucky enough to have those kids that want to play.
Yeah.
It's not about me; it's about them wanting to come out and play.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome. Coach?
For me, listen, this is, I was hired here in March. It's been a blessing to be here. I absolutely love the school. I love the kids. And we do this for the kids. We talk, Coach Long and I talk about it all the time. It's everything that we do it for the kids, and we want to put them in the best possible position to succeed, and not just create better football players, but better young
people.
men.
That's right.
That's what the world needs right now.
That's the key
that's
right there.
We but working for people who just who understand. Like I said, Coach Longo, there's not a day that goes by he doesn't come by and ask if we need anything, and he does it because just out of just wanting to help, not because he has to. And our administration up front, last week after the playoff win, we walked into a million congratulations, and everybody was excited, kind of had a good aura around school. And so it's just a great place to be, great kids, great administration, so I couldn't be happier.
Yeah. Already a great school, but athletics transforms it to another level. Takes it
Absolutely,
to
it
another
does.
level, especially when you're winning, right?
Yeah.
And so, I've had the opportunity to meet some great coaches throughout these interviews, and most of them been new coaches. I think all of them been new coaches.
lot have, yeah.
But Coach Anthony, coach at West Jeff, coach at
Riverdale.
I can't get Riverdale. So all of the schools that I interviewed, new energy, coming in, winning programs, building programs, and I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about
absolutely.
now, but I'm also excited
doubt.
about the future
Where can we
of
get-
football and athletics in JP.
That's right.
So I mean, this is some great stuff. So coaches, thank y'all for coming out today and interviewing with us, and just talking about our players, your accomplishments, and I look forward to that big game Friday night.
Yeah,
and we look forward to having everyone come out and support you guys as well.
We appreciate you guys. Thanks so
We
much.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. So thank you, coaches, for your insight. That's all for this episode of the District Playbook. If you like today's episode, make sure you follow, subscribe, and share the District Playbook because we've got a full season ahead. Interviews with coaches, highlights, and stories that prove the game is bigger than the score. Until next time, keep grinding, keep cheering, and keep playing with heart.